or sometimes sheer proximity has made it very difficult for us to be able to have quality conversations with our loved ones who might have dementia. In my situation, my mom does have dementia and is in a nursing home. I've had the great fortune of having a wonderful staff there who is able to connect us for FaceTime chats. And I found a couple of tricks that she finds particularly entertaining that I'd like to share with you today that you might be able to use with your own loved ones. So, communication skills are not always the easiest, and our loved ones might tend to repeat themselves or have trouble finding the words to be able to tell us what they want to say. But more than anything, we want to be able to see them smile, make them laugh, keep them entertained, and keep them happy. So what I do is when the FaceTime session comes in, it comes in on my iPhone, and I immediately take my iPhone and through my little pop out part of my iPhone here, I clip it to my actual iMac. If you have an actual desktop or a laptop, it can actually be just a wonderful thing to do, and you'll see why in a moment. And before she calls, sometimes I do it on the spot, but before she calls, I prep a few things that I'm going to use to keep her entertained during our conversation. So today, what I've done is, the first thing I've done is I've gone on Google Photos and I've done a search, or you might even have an album, where I now have photos of her that I can quickly grab, filled with terrific memories that we can talk about during our call. And then I actually happen to love American Greetings. They have these mashup birthday cards where you can actually put the name of your loved one in them. So in this situation, I have prepped a video where in this video, Donny Osmond is actually going to say happy birthday to her. She's going to see her first name, Frances, in big lights. And it's so personalized that it truly is about as entertaining as it can get for almost any friend, let alone someone like my mom, who's 92 years old. And then thirdly, I know that she loves Frank Sinatra. So I have searched for a Frank Sinatra video, and I changed this up. It could be everything from Frank Sinatra singing New York, New York to Fly Me to the Moon. But in this case, I found a new scene that's kind of a fun scene from a movie that he did with Anne Jeffries, where you really see a very young Frank Sinatra, who surely was her idol when she was a teenager. So I've got that ready to plug and play for her as well. And then she loves dancing. I find dance videos are particularly entertaining, and this particular video is going to be Vera Allen and Danny Kaye dancing in White Christmas. It's a terrific scene that she never gets tired of seeing. So what will happen is when my loved one comes on FaceTime, I will begin chatting with her. And simultaneously, if I didn't have these things up, I could be using my keyboard or using my mouse to kind of get them set up. And then when the time comes, I will grab my iPhone off of the computer, rig my video that I'm going to use, let's just say this one, right? And flip it, right? So it's actually facing the screen. Of course, when it faces the screen, you might even turn it so you get a nice horizontal picture at the same time. And then, tell my mom, where I'm on screen, right? Hey mom, I'm gonna show you this great video. You're gonna love it. Flip the screen and we begin. So simply hold your iPhone so your loved one can see the dancing. You can change the volume. And it's bringing some wonderful, incredible cinematic memories back to life for her. And I am simultaneously seeing her thumbnail image when she's watching, just reacting, clapping, smiling, laughing. I can see the connection. So let me stop that there. And similarly, if we go into photos, I will, kind of go back to talking to her. So she sees me, I see her, we're talking on my iPhone, And then I'll say, she might be, talking about somebody there or whatever, and I'll go, oh, but Mom, do you remember the time? And I quickly, while I'm still talking to her, can go through these photos to pick one that's going to be, extra special for her. So one that I like to pick is this photo. Oops, I just made it too big. This photo where it was on her birthday a couple years ago. She's got a beautiful birthday cake. She's got flowers, a birthday queen balloon, and a nice photo to remember how great she looked, when she was, kind of feeling a lot better a couple years back. And so we'll talk about that. And the photos are great because I can quickly, switch them, bring them up. There was this amazing, talented musician. I'm always amazed at the power of music. And when she first went into the nursing home, they had this wonderful performer. And it's crazy because after all this time, when I bring him up, where did he go? And I suddenly flip the camera on him, she'll go, oh yeah, I remember him. Oh my goodness, he's so handsome. And she connects immediately. And you also get a sense of when there's powerful emotional engagement, either with family or even with strangers that just might have had a terrific impact on you because of the songs they sang that were reminiscent of the things you loved most. The real connection is there. Sometimes I even put this up and have a video kind of going, right? Like, if we go back to that video, sometimes I'll even flip it back to me. So she's hearing the music, and she is simultaneously just kind of like seeing me, and I'm the one who dances. If you happen to have a swivel chair, it can actually be kind of fun to just turn around, whirl your hands around, and dance to the music your loved one loves. You don't even have to be a good dancer. It's magical what a swivel chair can do. So there you have it. Let me quiet this down for a minute. I have found these techniques to be amazingly effective in making her laugh, making her smile, making her clap. I also am not the best singer, but I will tell you this. I do sing some of the favorite songs I remember she loved over the years. One of them is Doris Day's Que Sera, Sera. And in that regard, there are 3 ways that I sometimes handle the song. Sometimes I sing it, and while singing it, I will see her clap, with the music. And sometimes she'll even mouth words that you would think she's long forgotten, right? It's always a gift when something magical like that happens during the meeting. But the other little thing you can do is if your loved one can still read, you have the ability to find the lyrics to a song, put them up, right? Really big on the screen, take your camera, turn it on the lyrics, sometimes even take a pencil or a marker to kind of like follow along with those lyrics and give your loved one the extra help they might need to sing the song. And then last but not least, I love to, bring up Doris Day actually singing the song. So it's like the memory of the movie plus the singing experience between the two of us and that extra little ability to have lyrics to empower your loved one to possibly have an easier time remembering what those lyrics are. And there's so many, depending on, what generation your loved one is from, there's so many incredible, wonderful memories you can pull from. In my mom's case, oh my God, Shirley Temple never fails to entertain her. So I love bringing up Shirley Temple singing on the good ship Lollipop, or Animal Crackers in My Soup. Scenes from The Sound of Music would be an example, or scenes from Mary Poppins. Julie Andrews always resonated with her greatly. Elvis Presley, who can go wrong with Elvis and all the energy he brings to the screen. And it is just amazing how we can have a half an hour FaceTime that takes us to so many places and allows us to communicate in ways we never imagined being able to communicate in light of her dementia. So I hope that this might help you. figure out ways to keep your own loved ones more entertained when these times are tough and we can't always be with them. And you know, it's so special to be able to take them to that place, that that happy place in their heart. So thanks for listening. I hope this helps you to the extent that I have found this to be a really rewarding way to communicate with my mom.